So, can I ask you a hypothetical question?
Oh, dear, I don't like hypothetical questions.
Well, I don't think you're gonna like a real one either.
Stephen, thank you so much for having a chat with us.
Thank you.
I had so much fun watching it, and I think that was quite possibly because of the pace of it.
I made the film really quickly, but the pace of the production wasn't what inspired the energy of the film. What inspired that was just how newsrooms work, and especially how newsrooms worked in the old days when you couldn't just get on a laptop or get on your device and get information right in your workstation. You had to get up and leave the building and catch a cab and go to another state and then get what you're after and then get back on an airplane and buy 2 seats. I mean, it was a lot harder then to get a story than it is today.
I remember with Lincoln, there was that small detail of the pocket watch and the fact that you recorded the sound of it and you placed that within the film. Was there anything within this that you used and went to that attention of detail with?
In the newsroom, which Rick Carter, my production designer, completely created based on archival still photographs of what the Washington Post looked like in that era, Rick put on every single desk, depending on what day the film was representing in real time and real history, Rick put current events on everyone's desk, knowing I would never get a close-up of those desks, and it was almost like walking into a museum of the Washington Post.
And obviously because it happened all the way back then, but in today's world it's so appropriate. The First Amendment obviously over in America, but also just worldwide, the attack on the press.
Yeah, I think the attacks on the press are unprecedented, but when I found that there was precedent for it, when I read the script by Liz Hanna, and the precedent was Nixon trying to stop the press from publishing the truth. And I said, gee, I wonder where have I heard that before?
Obviously, you've worked with so many amazing actors throughout your career, but bringing these two together on this must have been absolutely incredible. The first scene of them in the restaurant, that for me was just like, I got giddy just kind of seeing them within that conversation. Do you get those moments of awe still when you get these guys together?
I got the moments of awe with the first day of shooting, because Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep have never, ever performed in a film together. So I had the wonderful sort of crow's nest position of being able to watch that happen before my camera's eye and before my own eyes. And then number 2, that was the first day they worked together. That breakfast scene was the first time they worked together in their lives.
Someone else as well, obviously, that you've worked with multiple times as a producer, but also with Color Purple, Oprah. Obviously an amazing speech last week at the Golden Globes.
Amazing.
For you, 2020, do you think that she would be a good candidate?
I think it would be a marvelous idea. Oprah has been building bridges between people of different opinions for 35 years. And she is a symbol of progress and a symbol of healing and a symbol of creating empathy. And I call her sometimes the ambassador of empathy. And so if she wanted to throw her hat into the ring, I think all of us would jump on her bandwagon.
The last time I think that you made this amount of movies in one go involved Saving Private Ryan as well, and obviously you were on Our Shores.
Yes.
Everyone I've spoken to that worked on that film, even crews that are still over in Ireland working, I've just said it was one hell of an experience. So for you, what was it like?
Well, one of the greatest experiences of my career, being in County Wexford, shooting on those beaches. And then having the young lads from the Irish Army, being able to, 1,000 of them being able to take part every day and for a month in those landings. It was just a great honor for me to be able to tell that story.
People still talk about it to this day
glad.
in the local
I'm glad.
areas. So Stephen, thank you so much for having a chat with us.
Thank
Very
you.
much appreciated.
Thank you very much.
We will lose. The country will lose.
What are you going to do, Mrs. Graham?